So, when last we left off with our intrepid adventurers, where were we? When last we left off with our intrepid adventurers, what happened? I just wanted the music. That's all that mattered. Because that bum 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 was the entrance to the beginning every time for the last campaign. Well, I will just give you the music from now on. That's all I really wanted in the beginning there. So, what happened last time? I feel like we started off in maybe a little bit of a dramatic moment. Yeah, you started off in combat. You didn't, but yeah, Lemon, Hanbei, and Kai started out in combat. And they got to see Gerard get serious. Well, I mean, around combat. Lemon started in initiative order. In the highest display of single focus your party has ever shown, you all immediately returned to find every clue you could on Hanbei. Oh no, it was just funny. It was just funny for me. Yeah. Well, first, hologram. I was just gonna say, so who was that guy? You kind of like skipped over that part. Yeah, there was the jailer, and then he was a part of the Dragon Prince Rebellion. Yes. You paid to release the orc with a longsword that you were initially reported about. And then they thanked you so much for helping out and took you to that orc cell, and it was not Hanbei. Meanwhile, Hanbei was in the back rolling that big dick mode across the walls of his jail cell, telling a very crazily obsessed Lime, go ahead and come in here. But unfortunately, they did not. Instead, they threw in every infected creature you guys had run across. But Something else of note that you missed out of what you did from last session. You extracted a section of the root from the inner spinal column of a zombie. Well, yeah, you got to see I forget what the correct medical term is, but how the disease actually progresses in kind of seeing this information. So that's something that, Darius, say, with a higher medical information, has been slowly able to piece together through all of this. I think Darius does. I was gonna say he's the one that collects all that stuff. So yeah, why would the alchemist not be the person that has that? Oh no. Trust me. I just went through the other party's inventory and corrected a whole bunch of shit because they were missing. I think there was 3 magic items missing throughout that party. Of like little tiny shit that they had gotten. I'm like, hey, you don't have that quiver. Well, maybe do the fight instead of that sort of thing. You'll see. There are definite plans for magic shit for you guys. Might just be a little bit later. Unfortunately, your party has definitely chosen violence a few more times. Let's see here. So in the city, you guys were in the jail. Oh, yeah. I don't think you did either. And I have to see if I wrote down... Oh, we gonna get there in a minute. Like I said, you exposition. Oh, I got you. I'm just putting Hanbei in certain positions that he needs to be. And then back to my notes to try and see if where I put that orc's name. Orky Bork Bork. Oh, how did I not write you down? I think that... No. Yeah, CJ has a dog. Oh yeah, no, it wasn't like super loud. Like yeah, it was just a super faint like bork pork bork pork pork. Like that's all it was. So I if you ask the orc's name after a while, he goes, "It's been a while since somebody asked. My name's Muhak." Why would you do that? But that's not my name. When the different neurodivergence hit. You said your friend was missing. Everyone roll me perception. Well, everyone's rolling me perception first. Oh, cool. Cool. What about Zuhara? Need Zuhara's roll. Perception. Oh, shit. Thank you for the reminder.
What do you perceive?
Oh, don't forget to also check Discord stuff.
I didn't
Make sure all your stuff is set up.
I didn't even make sure that it was streaming. Definitely should have said something a little bit ago. Oh, is there a cow? Yes? You guys talk.
How you doing? We're getting places and we're doing things.
What's up?
Okay, so that's going.
I got a headache.
Now it's going, okay.
I'm sorry.
Boop, boop, boop. Oh, no. I was,
I've got you guys turned down, like, very low.
Oh, I forgot that I left the room because I was upset that that was not Hanbei.
And you were trying to find Hanbei. And now the perception rolls happen for things. And people, you know, the average, not so great. But Darius and Zuhara, you hear this echoing kind of faint roar for a moment. And then you see as dust falls from the wall here.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Noticing that the dust, and also noticing that Zuhara noticed it as well. Just looks at her and goes, "Hanbei?"
Probably.
Well, I guess we should go find out.
So, you've got your friend in. All right.
Yeah, he's got to be here somewhere.
The orc steps out, seems more armored than Hanbei. But he seems kind of a little less muscular than those two. than either Hanbei or Zuhara. You can definitely tell that he has more exposed skin than an average person would have wearing the same kind of armor, but he's still a bit more armored than them. I don't know how much help I can be like this, but let's go.
Love the enthusiasm.
I mean,
His
Yeah,
midriff is just totally exposed.
Absolutely. Oh, it's like midriff around the neck. You know, the places that you would expect somebody to kind of like have clothing on under their armor. Totally not. So
Is it
yeah,
another
in the
whatever
end.
I am.
Well, I don't even think you have armor though, because you're a barbarian. Or are you?
No, I
currently?
don't. I just can't remember what my family group is.
Well, so
Odisha?
but that's what I mean. You don't have armor at all. And Hanbei really doesn't fight with much armor either. This guy has armor. That's all I'm really saying as far as that goes.
Right. I just can't remember. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not. It has nothing to do with that, because that is the family within the empire. You work for that family, but that has nothing to do with the orcs.
Okay. With how he's dressed. Gotcha.
Yeah, that more has to do with your place in society.
Okay.
But most of the Dragon Prince Rebellion do wear red.
well, no real sense in just standing around here. What do you guys think? Should we go left or right? I can't really see anything to the right.
We saw it coming from over here, right?
From this
Yeah, we were
wall.
told to go that way or something, right?
Okay.
This wall, you see the dust. You saw the dust kind of fall from the wall, as if something on the other side impacted it at a great force.
Okay. I don't want to go around the corner yet because I know there's more light down there. I mean, I can see that.
Darius is just kind of like fumbling in, like, I know there's a wall here. I'm gonna have to rely on you guys to kind of tell me if I'm going in the wrong direction.
It's always the funny thing of the dark vision not existing for people.
I literally just seen his view, and it's just fucking light behind him, and that's all.
Yeah, that's why I was just
Yep.
like, I'm so curious. And it's like, you can see like where everybody else can see things, and then there's Darius. Darius is just like, huh.
Darius just has to make a thing where he just starts grabbing torches off of walls casually. Like, walks by, I'm gonna need this. Yoink a torch.
Yoink. Can I investigate my surroundings to see if I can find any clues as to where he might be? Like, do I see anything that, like, did he leave me any clues?
Yeah. As you reach down to start investigating, you can hear another roar coming from the end of the hall.
From where exactly? Alright. Does it sound like does it sound like him?
Yeah.
Hanbei?
You heard that angry fucker scream enough.
Alright, I'm not gonna just go. I'm gonna like peer over the corner. I don't want to be seen.
Roll stealth.
I'm good at that.
Ooh.
As you peer around the corner, you can just barely make out the form of a dragonborn running down the hallway.
Where?
This way.
Okay. Is it Hanbei?
No. Dragonborn.
He's not a dragonborn.
Oh, duh.
Nope.
The dopest experiment. And Hanbei's a dragon now. Ta-da! I'm out here. That'd be the sickest reveal.
Is
I'll
it,
just come
is
running
it
out the wall.
lime?
I mean,
Can I tell if it's lime?
you couldn't tell for sure as it's running away from you, and you only got that momentary glance.
Okay, just make sure.
But it's a reasonable assumption.
So, like, should we have, like, one or two of us sneak around, see if we can find him, and the rest
I don't know.
that are
Look
less
around.
sneaky? So I don't see, there's nobody here. Okay, so I'm gonna,
Yeah,
is this anything important?
just for view's sake.
Hmm.
This is a bard. Oh, here, actually, this might make it easier.
Where'd everybody else go? They just not see you guys?
thought you were
Permission
going
to
off on your
grab a
own.
torch off the wall.
Go for it.
At least just nabbing a torch.
There. That should allow you to see into that room without opening it.
Oh, there's bars.
Yes.
Oh,
Correct.
okay.
They are jail cells. But I just put
Alright.
doors as I was doing this, and then I realized, yeah, I guess you guys kind of need to see in there.
Fair enough.
As you look into the room, you can
Oh shit, there's something in there.
you can see the bisected carcass of an infected wolf. And as you look through, Hanbei, roll me a wisdom saving throw. You see the glowing red eyes of the enraged Hanbei as he's reaching into the blood that has kind of been flung around the cell from this creature being beat with these still kind of dripping improvised clubs that he has in both of his hands. And he's taking this blood and pooling it together on his fingers and smearing it across his chest.
Didn't his eyes turn red like moments ago? When we were in initiative in the warehouse?
Yeah.
Did
Hey,
I
T.
see that happen?
Yeah.
All this is black. I can't see anything.
It should be like a light, because
Swear,
There,
'cause I have
shit.
dark
Torch
because
on
vision.
him.
there's a cell. You have to go around the corner.
Yeah.
This is a hallway.
There you are.
Yeah. Well, I can't see anything. There we go. Oh.
Were you in a wall?
Yes, I was in a wall.
I'm like, you just gotta go around corner.
I'm in a wall. Or the window to the wall.
Are we safe to go
I'm
around
in
the
a
corner?
glass case of
Yeah,
emotion.
just gotta go around the corner. That's where Zuhara went, was around the corner. And that's
How'd you activate no clip?
that's
I want to do that.
that's why I was just like, y'all just gotta go around the corner, man. I don't know what to tell you.
So where are we hearing? So there's where we're hearing Hanbei.
Uh-huh. I'm like, I put a locked window so that you have a jail cell to see through.
Okay. Hold on.
Wait, is that on the... Yeah, that's on the token.
Just in case, I'm going to cast mage armor on myself, so I know that will be
Okay. Reasonable.
That'll be a d20. Okay. And then I'm going to go up behind Kai and peek through. Oh no. Uh-oh. Not good. What I do? Oh, shit.
Looking through, roll me perception. Those of you doing so. Zuhara, your eyes are more drawn to the bisected wolf across the jail cell than to notice what the other two's eyes are being drawn to. And that is that while Hanbei's eyes seem completely distant while he's doing this, the blood...
You know what I think he should use? I think he could use a nice little fireworks show.
The blood that he is using to basically try to write on himself seems to be being absorbed by the erupting fungus that is happening from this enraged condition. And as it's happening, it's leaving this raised red lines across his chest, upper body, his entire torso, even.
Am I gonna flip out too?
Not right now. You're not in the cell.
Oh, I don't even notice this.
Can I
like,
use,
ooh, I'm entranced by the blood.
can I do medicine check to see if he's like okay?
You'd have to be able to get to him.
You're not even at disadvantage, like just to like visually.
Okay.
From this distance?
Okay. You convinced me. Disadvantage to be able to visually check him from where you are.
Yeah, let's see if he has any wounds.
The only thing you can tell is that you've seen shell shock before.
Okay. I'll accept that.
All of a sudden, a box on the wall seems to crackle. Can you hear me? Come in. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Barely.
I can hear you like loosely.
Wonderful. You have shown me something, Lieutenant Hanbei. Something that I had missed. For that, I am thankful. I am thankful for that, and I hope that I will be able to
And now it's
find
cutting out
more.
again.
I hope that you will be able to show me more, Lieutenant Hanbei. For I never knew that the orcs held such wonderful possibilities.
I was gonna back up back
Where
towards the shadows.
is the box in the room?
It's like in the corner of the ceiling. Up in
Hanbei's
here.
going to slowly walk towards it. And as he's walking towards it, he's going to continue to squish the wolf's entrails between his fingers.
As you're walking,
He's
you guys hear "Brrrr" as the door unlocks.
Oh, I couldn't tell if that was an alarm or someone just farted.
I was thinking the same exact thing.
he's going to continue squishing the entrails and then kind of pulling on it like a rope. And then he'll quietly begin to recite names.
As
Names?
Hanbei walks, the rest of you are able to see where even though Hanbei was only touching the front of him, these lines seem to have extended around his shoulders and are covering his back as well.
Can I roll to see if I see this again this time?
Buddy.
Yeah, sure.
How you doing? You're not gonna like. It's me, Lemon. And your friends. You're not gonna like. Squish us, are you? You're not gonna eat us. You're not feeling particularly, bloodthirsty.
You want another save?
Sure, at that point, I'm gonna give you a save there, because the first one was a mixture of things. No, actually, I was gonna say I'm gonna give you an advantage on this one, because the first one was actually to see about something else that you don't understand, and that was to see if the other how deep the other effect was going to initially happen. So, as you guys watch, in this enraged state, as Hanbei is saying this, the lines seem to almost pulsate on top of the rest of the fungus that's going off. And Zuhara, when you see this, something inside of you is filled with awe.
With awe?
Yes.
Because the raised, aggravated inflamed lines are pulsing.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. It's such a very
Is it communicating to me?
almost odd, conflicting feeling for you in the moment, because you're like, the fuck is going on? And there's just something inside of you that's just like, oh my god, that's amazing.
I'm drawn to it.
Yeah. You are
Is
in
the fungus talking to another fungus?
yeah, on some much
That's good.
deeper level than you currently understand.
Oh, yeah, no. As soon as you said that, I'm like, oh, I know what's happening, but
Yeah.
yeah. It makes me think of allergies. It's like we don't know why allergies work. It just freaking happens. Not that awesome though. You're not like inspired by them.
Yep.
Okay.
But this is deeper than an allergy.
Well, yeah. It's like a yearning.
Oh, this is... You'll see.
Well, would I be approaching him since I'm so...
I mean, potentially
Hammered?
in this moment, as the door has all of a sudden clicked to unlock with a buzzing noise, and Hanbei still seems to be stalking towards this box that is high up in the corner.
I heard that guy talk though, right?
Oh yeah, everybody would have been able to hear it because it was a speaker in the corner that was just projecting his voice.
As Lemon speaks out, Hanbei's actually just going to look dead-eyed at Lemon and slowly walk forward and continue to recite the names.
When you see Hanbei look at you for that moment, Lemon, roll me insight.
Would I get advantage because it's Hanbei?
You have never seen anything like this.
Okay. Fair,
You have a class ability, though, I believe, that lets you do something for that, don't you?
Do I?
Tides of Chaos. You can give yourself advantage on one d20 test before you roll the d20. You must cast a sorcerer spell with a spell slot to refresh this ability. If you do this, you automatically roll on the Wild Magic Surge table the next time you cast.
Then I will do that.
I'm like, no, you have something. It's gonna make you backfire later.
That's fine. That's fine. I got this.
That's why I'm like, no. I'm aware that you can.
Oh.
Wow. Oh wow.
Oh wow. Hanbei, what you doing, buddy?
As you look
How's it going?
for a moment, when Hanbei looks at you and you look into his eyes, there's nothing there. All you see is pain and anger. And you notice something, a small detail that had never been apparent in all of the moments before this. His bottom tusks look bigger.
He's been taking care of his teeth.
Okay. Hanbei, they feed me the good stuff in there. We're cool, right?
Is this door fully open, or is it just like a window kind of fully barred still?
No, it's open now. That I have it set as open.
Okay,
I am
just want to make sure.
slowly backing up as Hanbei exits.
He begins to wrap the viscera around the club in his right hand.
You
and
stopped
is
at
just slowly
rap.
walking up.
Quotation marks, club.
And I was just imagining that he was like walking while spitting bars.
I would turn your family back to you now. But do keep it interesting. I'll be watching.
He can see all of us.
As far as you can tell. I don't know.
Oh.
You can't even tell if he can see you or can't. Because that's all he said. What he said didn't necessarily say anything about the rest.
I'm just looking all around now, being paranoid.
Lemon is gonna yell out, I don't know what you did to my sister, but you're a bad, bad man.
I'm not that bad once you
Okay.
get to know me. I promise you.
Um,
Give it time. Tell you what.
can I,
Let's have drinks. Just you and me, Lemon.
can I roll something for that? Since Hanbei
Yeah.
almost killed Lime.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me to roll?
What are you trying to do?
I want to see how deep Hanbei is in it, and see whether or not he can hear Lemon upset that Lime got hurt/injured.
Roll a wisdom check. Or wisdom save, I mean. It's how I do that kind of thing. You're not doing so good right now.
Okay. At that mention, the list of names will stop. They'll just quietly Corporal Dags, Private Torgal, Captain Titus, Lieutenant Nogami, Lieutenant Percival. And he'll stare down at the viscera and just quietly go, Lime, Lemon, Kai family, Lime, Lemon. And I want to make a swing on whoever's closest.
I think it's Zuhara.
Oh.
Start
Oh, this is gonna
swinging
be
with a club.
interesting. He's all wigged out, and I'm all like enthralled, and he's gonna hit me, which is like.
I don't
Does
think
a
he hits
12
you.
hit?
I don't think a 12 hits
Yeah.
you.
Oh, let me check. No, just barely.
Nope. Yeah, I didn't think so. So he just kind of makes this just enraged swing, but it's super wide with this oddly weighted viscera splattered and wrapped club that he swings at you widely. But as that happens, and as the blood kind of gets waved and sprayed in front of you, it kind of snaps you into that anger as the exposure clicks you over.
Oh no. Wait, so what do I need to do now?
Currently you have the primal orc rage activating as your eyes glow red.
Okay.
But you have this moment to decide if you're restraining Hanbei.
If I'm gonna do what to Hanbei?
Restrain. Knock out. What are you doing?
Well, I guess the first thing in my head was, who's bigger?
It's a very good question.
Do I have Cloud Giant still active?
I mean, you can go down.
Yeah, it would technically still be active. So Hanbei's actually slightly bigger. He's a large size. Yeah.
We grow like little dinosaur thingies like when we do this?
He has no.
He does.
That is
a
something
special
that
ability.
Hanbei has figured out, and you can see this glowing root. What is it carved into on that one?
That's actually just an ability that they get. So I've been specifically for Rune Knight, that's an ability that doesn't activate off of a rune.
I still like it.
something-
We're just gonna say it's on your fucking belt
Yeah.
or something.
For him, it's just he's been digging the weapon into his palm and then rubbing it across his bare chest and kind of writing a letter on it, and it activates.
Okay.
That's at least what I've been doing each time I've used it in combat.
Oh, so that's some of the magic stuff I'm supposed to be figuring out, I suppose.
Well, it's Hanbei is the only one to take the Rune Knight thing which gave Hanbei access to things that technically nobody has figured out in the world. So he is
Innovator.
he is learning to do these runes, and maybe that has something to do with what you're seeing. Maybe Hanbei is a fucking idiot savant for orcs.
Sorry. Makes you mad. All right. Well, if he's bigger than me, then I'm not gonna try to restrain him. I might try to pin back his arm. I guess.
All right.
I don't even know if I'm smart enough to do that, but whatever. I'm normal.
I believe that you can try and grapple something one size category larger than you still. I don't think you can move it, but I think you can still grapple it.
Okay. What do I roll?
An unarmed strike.
Oh no.
Oh.
You try and make a reach, but your hands kind of graze off of the bloody trail that's there. Kai, are you jumping in to help Zuhara as this happens?
Yes, however, I am being stealthy about this.
Oh yeah, no, that's why I was
Don't want
imagining
him
like
to
the two
notice.
of them are going and you're like trying to jump on his back or something.
It's exactly what I was going to do. I was going to try to sneak up behind him and do a chokehold so he went unconscious with a grapple.
Okay. Roll an unarmed strike. Monks are very good at grappling, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, you guys are not so good at the hitting part of this equation right now. I don't think that hits Hanbei still, does it?
No.
The target must succeed.
Hanbei has a
on
15
strength-
AC.
Jesus
Wait.
Christ.
Wait. What? It says
You gotta-
the target must succeed on a strength dexterity if
So,
it chooses which saving throw DC of 8
So-
plus efficiency bonus plus strength,
Yeah,
or it
you
has
have
the
to
grapple
Your-
hit
condition.
first.
yes, and the way that it works is you make an unarmed strike. You choose, once you do that unarmed strike, if you are to either do damage, try to push, or
but
try
I
to
still have
grapple.
I still have to meet his AC.
Yes.
Mhm.
That's where if you, yeah, I mean, I think you'd have to look at the rules and everything, but essentially the base unarmed, actually no. If you look under actions on your character sheet, you'll see where it has unarmed strike, and then the actual rules. You make a melee attack involves using your body to deal one of the following effects: damage, grapple,
Yeah.
shove.
Whenever you use your unarmed strike, choose one of the following options:
Yeah.
damage, grapple, shove.
But you, as a monk, get to use your dex instead of strength to determine all of that.
Should we have initiative?
Oh, I mean, I'm not figuring this as a full-on initiative. This is just Hanbei has 1 hit point. Like one.
Okay, so
None
what
of us
happened
hit
when I didn't get him?
That's why I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, I'm trying not to go into initiative here. Y'all just need to like hit him.
Try again.
What happened when I missed trying to hit him?
Well, that's where I ask the casters in the background. You see
Lemon
how we roll around
is-
here?
Lemon is just gonna look at Hanbei, go, "I'm sorry, buddy," and cast magic missile.
Magic missile again. Holy
As
cow.
the same spell that got us into this situation explodes from Lemon. Oh. So roll me a d4.
Wait, don't you have bad luck this time because you used advantage on the other thing?
Bing, 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 bing.
These just hit.
Roll me percentile.
Oh no. A fun number.
Oh shit.
Tell
Oh
me we need to just
no!
kill him.
I just kill Hanbei.
Oh no.
I'm gonna say that this effect goes off before the magic missile, and that the magic missiles go awry.
Okay.
Because as you freak out and go to do this,
I have a question.
instead of a magic missile,
There's a way that we can make this slightly more interesting. Is this technically an attack roll?
Yes.
no.
There's no.
There's
tag.
no
Oh.
attack roll with magic missile.
Oh, that's
Two
true.
hit or
And
No.
what's
oh no,
instead
that's 2 hit. Gotcha.
what's instead
It's just you get.
firing off is a beam of lightning. Can you roll 40-10 for me real quick there, Lemon?
Oh no.
God.
TPK. TPK.
As
You
now,
know, the irony.
now I want Hanbei, Zuhara, and Kai to roll a dex saving throw.
Oh my god.
The irony of
Can I do
you
this?
know that was the number before.
Nope.
But I gotta do a dex saving throw first.
The first, no, you can't, because the first part of that, if you read, says bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage.
And this is lightning damage. Isn't it?
Yes, essentially that lets you deflect weapons.
Motherfucker.
Great. So that means that in this moment, Hanbei and Zuhara only take 11 lightning damage, and Kai takes 23.
Oh crap.
That's more than That's more than my max.
Yeah, both you and Hanbei fall back unconscious.
So I'm down to 0 hit points.
Yes.
On the way down, can Hanbei can he simply say I'm sorry?
Oh,
He
absolutely.
hits his negatives.
Does he shrink back down to normal size when he goes unconscious?
Yep.
Oh,
He
thank God.
lands on top of Zuhara. Big sized.
No, because I'm just like.
That's what I
Now
mean.
we.
Yeah. Basically
Multiple people to carry out of
collapses.
here.
Kai, that was trying to jump on his back, collapses over. Like, everybody just kind of collapses as Zuhara is the only one left standing, as this beam of lightning energy fires out of Lemon. And you hear Hanbei muttering that he's sorry as he collapses.
Lemon is having a meltdown. Just absolutely sobbing, just on on his knees, just over Hanbei, and just holding him, going, "I'm sorry, I'm 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 sorry."
Is this a bad time for fireworks?
No more boom booms, little ones. No, no more. Not right now. Where is the guy that
I'm
was
just
following
like
us?
I'm like dual wielding sparklers. Just have like 2 sparklers. I feel like these are inappropriate.
Didn't the captive guy follow us?
Did the what guy follow you? The orc?
The other
oh,
orc.
yeah, he would have
Yeah.
followed you. I just didn't move him down here with you guys.
Can I do a medicine check to at least stabilize Hanbei? Make sure he's not gonna be, dying.
Yeah. There is also that possibility at this point that Darius could snap out of it and realize that people needed help.
I mean, I've got potions here. I can heal them.
You got your potions.
Darius,
Yeah, I'm
he's
just- I'm just here.
dying! Darius!
He is
He's
breathing.
dying!
Lemon. He's breathing. We need to get people out
But
of
he's
here.
dying,
Lemon,
and it's all my fault.
he's still breathing. It's okay. I appreciate you
Darius
knocking
is-
him out.
Darius is frantically just like rummaging through his bag, pulls out two small containers, throws one at Lemon, while making their way over to Kai. Kai's unconscious too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Which is
Yeah,
Lemon's
just throws
fault,
one
and
at
he
Lemon.
didn't even care.
Yeah, I was
Just
thinking
throws
that,
one
like,
at Lemon.
Kai helped you get here, and then, like, Lemon's like, ah,
I
Hanbei's
carried his
dead.
fucking ass out of there, saved his ass, saved his friend, and then get blasted by fucking lightning.
Hold up, I've got a meme for this.
Technically,
Lemon's like,
Hanbei got
Hanbei's
shocked by
dead.
lightning twice out of all of this too.
I've got a
It's
meme
like
for this.
Hanbei's dead, Kai's on the floor, and Zuhara's like, yeah, well, I guess Kai's here too, you know?
Nobody pays attention. Guy on the floor.
I won't lie.
I'm
I'm so
trying to get
glad
you
I
guys
was
some
muted.
help.
Not even Li Tian, who I'm standing right next to.
I'm so
Friends,
glad
I
I
got
was muted.
sparklers.
Yeah, when Li Tian was like, "So is this a bad time for fireworks?" I was dying. I was dying.
fucking Kai's dying next to Li Tian, and Li Tian's like, just like dancing with sparklers, and then goes, ooh, bad time, and just slowly puts them away.
I'm like balancing on a little bouncy ball.
Fucking Darius just walks up and goes, no, they're dying, right? And just starts throwing potions on people.
I am crying. I'm laughing so hard.
That's what I mean.
Although I gotta say, Lemon hit the fucking ultimate elemental shaman chain lightning and just did a ding.
Like bounces off the metal bars and like Faraday
Yeah.
cage.
It went Hanbei, Kai, Zuhara, Hanbei. That is a targeted direction. Like, good job. I'm proud of you. It wasn't an explosion. It was a directed fuck you. It's good.
Yeah. I was directed. Was that directed at Kai too then?
No,
And
well, to be
Zuhara?
fair, no, chain lightning, it just has a start and an end, so it had to go to other places, but it started and ended at Hanbei. That's really, like, overall, it's a good,
No,
it's good sorcerer thing.
The actual chart I went off for that, it literally just states technically that it is 3 people within 30 feet. So to make it simple, I did it as a beam.
I could have been hit, or Zuhara could have been hit.
I was.
Oh yeah, you were.
I'm realizing
Just
this
not
now.
that, and just not
Lucian's
that.
not here. We just had a fight where half the party got hit, and Lucian's like, it's crazy. Thank God nobody got hurt.
Right?
2 of us are on the floor, the party's tank is like, my fucking shoulder, and Lucian's like, dude, they missed.
Sparklers.
That's so good.
It's like-
Man, so good. Nobody important got hit.
it's-
Not even nobody important got hit. For Lucian, it's just nobody got hit. That's great. It's like,
Look, I think my goggles might be on a bit too bright. Like I saw the blast, like the light. It like my goggles work like welding, like a welding mask, where when it gets really bright, it goes dark. And so because there was a bright flash of light, the whole thing went dark, and I just didn't see anything.
well,
So, what are you using? Go ahead and roll what you're using to heal stuff here. And then
So essentially, it's going to be 2 uses of cure wounds, but for flavor, I was going to throw one of them at Lemon and just say, "Just get this in his mouth."
totally fine. I'm here
And
for it.
I'd apply the other one to Kai. So first one for Kai. gets that many HP back. And for Hanbei, so Kai gets 8, Hanbei gets 9.
And we've already rolled for Lemon in this. Can I have Zuhara and Darius roll a medicine check as well? So, Darius, you notice this a bit more as Hanbei starts coming to and seems more calmed down now. The marks that were raised up that had formed on his skin seems to have receded into his skin and now just appears like red lines. Almost like tattoos just under the skin.
Mm. Would it be easy to notice if this is tracing like veins and arteries, or does it seem more like just a random pattern?
It doesn't seem to be veins and arteries, but it also doesn't seem to be a random pattern at all.
So like symbols or a language of some kind.
I mean, it's literally like you're looking at, you know, ancient tribal, essentially, tattoos on somebody that have just
Ancient.
formed. Well, I mean, this is
It's okay.
correct tribal, you know.
Oh, kind of like is it like in Maori? Tamoko.
No, you just-
Yeah.
Like
Maybe think-
Polynesian countries have like.
So a lot of the Polynesian tattoos actually tell a story. And it's those are actually much more almost what's the Egyptian language?
Egyptian.
Hieroglyphics. It's
Hieroglyphics.
almost
They look like hieroglyphics.
their
Okay.
tattoos are almost hieroglyphic in the way that they are telling a story across them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Where like this, if it's telling a story, you don't know what the fuck it is.
Ah, it's illegible.
Yeah.
To you.
Do they appear magical in origin?
What are you doing to detect?
I'm thinking Arcana.
So you're just glancing at it and seeing if it looks magical.
See, yeah.
Okay. Go. As you try and look at it, you realize that it has almost a slight glow left to it, but it's not directly connected to magic in the same way that you understand it in the way that you use it. It seems almost closer to the way the rune magic affects items and objects, but this seems almost like it's being absorbed by him.
Okay. If I touch his skin, do they react in any way?
Nope.
Like, there's the glowing shift. Just
Nope.
okay.
In no way does it respond to anything. It just seems, at this point, it basically looks like a slight iridescent, like, tattoo, where it has this slight glow, bioluminescent glow to it almost. But because of the contrast in the pigment, if you will, between his natural color skin and this red, it makes it much more obvious. But I mean, it would be like if you could imagine a port stain like birthmark as a tattoo.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna eyeball our new orc friend.
His eyes are just wide as he's standing in the back, like, is this normal for
And
you
I want to
guys?
try and sleight of hand the cube out to see if it reacts to Hanbei.
Oh, hell no. Not this fucking
You don't know
cube.
what I'm doing, Kai.
Not this fucking cube. Full circle. We're back to it, baby.
Roll me sleight of hand.
19.
God, and then I've got a fucking
Can I do perception to counter it?
nah.
Kai
'Cause
wants
I
to
feel like
tackle
if I'm
Lemon.
awake, I'm gonna be paying attention to Lemon so I don't get fucking hit by
You
lightning.
you are laying on the floor coming to in this moment. Roll oh fucking Christ. I have to randomly figure something out now.
Oh, you got a nat 20. Okay.
Please don't ship me to Timbuktu. Please don't touch the fucking cube
You're
on my
going
chest.
to
And
Brazil.
I go, yeah, like don't like to Russia with you. Boom.
No, we'll do what Garfield always did to Nermal. Abu Dhabi.
High or low?
Me?
Hi.
As the cube in the bag, it's one surface sliding across Hanbei's body. As it touches his skin, it just kind of pulses for a moment. And you see where the stars that are within its surface seem to swirl and distort for a moment before showing you the previous pings that you've gotten and lighting up another location.
Can you show us on the map where it's pinging?
It's much further south. You can't exactly tell for sure
Okay.
where it is and everything, but it seems to be
Fuck.
this way.
Okay.
Williamstown.
I'll make a mental note of that and put the cube away.
Oh, I got you. Hold on. We can. Okay. Got it.
And then at the risk, hold on. Yeah, no, Lemon's gonna risk it one more time and cast Prestidigitation to clean up Hanbei.
Oh.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it. Man, I was going to say it's going to be so great if that goes off again.
I know, right?
It's like, I'll heal you. You,
Protect me, Hanbei. I'm sorry I killed you.
as your hands seem to glow again for a moment, nothing else happens except for the blood remaining speckled on Hanbei's clothing and weapons. That's fresh there seems to disappear in the wind.
Are his eyes still glowing red, or is that receded as well?
It's all receded.
Zelda. Chef.
So, is this the sort of thing that happens to y'all regularly? Maybe we should get out of here.
Yeah. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to Jenny's.
Denny's?
Penny.
I could go for a grand slam right now.
Oh, yes.
Isn't Tenny
But
the
you know
name
what?
of the
Waffle
Yes, it
House
is Tenny.
Superior.
Tenny.
Penny?
I choose Waffle House, though, instead of Denny's.
Why, because you want to fight?
I've never been to a Waffle House where there's a fight. That is only in the middle.
Oh, really? I have
freaking
been.
love
Every day
Waffle
here.
House.
I was gonna say I have been to a Waffle House where a fight has happened, but maybe that's Akron. I don't know.
I was about to say
No,
that.
I mean, they are known
That's
for that,
Akron.
but I
All
don't go
three
in the
Waffle
night
Houses.
either. So, 'cause
All
I mean, I
three
don't
Waffle
go out
Houses
with-
around me, they've had a fight, and then the staff have gotten in the fight and beat somebody's ass, and then went back to cooking. It was kind of impressive.
Yeah, that Arlington
There's a-
Road, man.
Yeah,
There's a
Arlington
viral
one. I watched a
TikTok
fucking staff
thing.
member hit him in a brick.
Yeah.
There's a viral TikTok meme or whatever going around, where this guy was like, if it was 100 Brits versus 100 Americans, like who would win? And everybody in the Waffle House is like, one Waffle House against all of Britain would win.
Oh man. So yeah, the orc is the other newfound friend is kind of looking at you all like, maybe we should get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Or Lemon does something else.
I know I'm not a smart person, but we just made a lot of noise in the jail.
I'm gonna start
That's,
limping away. Oh, I'm sorry, I moved something.
Should we carry anyone? Is to move faster?
I think everybody can walk.
I mean,
Okay.
I was gonna say I don't really know who I can really carry.
Well, no, I mean like me or the other orc. Unless you would like a ride, Darian. If you would like to be, well, no, we're not doing a litter, but you know what I mean.
No, I'm all right. Another time.
So, for expediency's sake, you all are making your way towards the exit.
Steve,
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
because I have a whopping 8 fucking hit points left.
I'm at the big 9, baby.
As you make your way hobbling through the exit, you get to the front and see the Dragonborn that you had met previously who looks at you. He seems to look either way around before holding his right fist to his left shoulder in what seems to be some sort of salute or marking of some way.
Kai does it back.
So does Lemon.
Please, keep my friend safe. I just hope that this will end peacefully for you. I've kept most of the guards distracted, but you need to be going.
Can I, is this my way in to get with the rebellion? Like,
Technically, you have a rebel with you, so...
Yeah, we just kidnapped this orc dude.
true.
He'll go
No,
back
you have helped free him from prison. Totally unintentionally. Maybe
Yeah,
I
totally.
had planned a whole thing where I figured the party was gonna fuck up fuck off for longer, and you were going to talk to that guy through the wall and stuff, but nah, here we are.
Nah.
Now we have a new
You
party
know,
member.
No Hanbei left behind.
I gotta say, I was with you. I was expecting them to be like, hold on, we're at a festival. It's okay, sweetie. We'll get him in a bit.
I mean, yeah, at least a lot more time kind of talking about it. So are you saying anything else to this Dragonborn, though? Kind of as you guys are exiting.
Thank
I was
you.
gonna say, thank you.
As long as you
I
can
hope-
get him to safety, there's never any thanks. In fact, we never met.
We were never here.
Well then.
Lemon will give him a wink.
I will actually say Lemon and Li Tian, roll me a history check.
Okay. Because we're dragons.
Yes, and I believe this
Oh,
is
I'm
a
good at
silver
history.
Dragonborn I said before.
I aced that subject in Dragonborn College.
You are aware that silver Dragonborn are almost their own class.
Sons of bitch.
Like,
Okay.
they are treated much better than the rest of Dragonborn kind overall. They always have, like, when Dragonborn were still in a time of servitude, they were the ones that were always having the nice positions, taking care of the higher ups and being in places that didn't put them at good risk. As time has progressed, they're still usually the most affluent of Dragonborn, but sometimes they're still in almost convenient places.
Convenient for whom?
Suspicious.
I guess that is the question. AKA, this guy's
Kinda
a spy.
Yeah.
Oh,
For the rebels.
That's what you're being shown.
Okay. Making sure he's not a double agent.
No, I mean, in everything, he's kept the guards off of you, taken you back to who you said you were initially here to help.
I wasn't suspicious until you started making me suspicious.
No. I'm pointing out that basically the position that silver dragonborns have in society, and the fact that this person is normally in a social class that affords them much more luxury than most dragonborn.
And probably access as well.
Yup.
But
And-
they're still oppressed, so.
And he's working at a place that, at least at this point, you definitely don't want to risk his cover.
Yeah, we're getting out of here. Bye. Bye, bitch. I don't actually say that. I'm just.
Oh, good.
So as you step outside into the bright...
Into the light.
Yeah, that's the point. You walk outside and you realize, oh shit, that is morning.
We gotta get the fuck out of sight.
More like, fuck, you gotta get to bed.
I could use a long rest.
Yeah, some of you could use a long rest.
Oh, Liqian's got to get ready for that fireworks display later.
Yeah. And it is now the morning of the fireworks display.
Well, Lemon's definitely taking a nap.
Well,
Where
before,
can we go?
are you guys taking a similar path to how you tried to cross the city to get there?
Yeah, because I feel like I still don't want to be found.
That's the question.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Yeah.
Sneaky. Stealth mode. What the fuck?
Well, let's see. Well, we're going off of collective averages, so let's see some stealth rolls.
Well, yeah, but without some of the high rolls I was doing last time. Okay. Hanbei sneaky as shit tonight.
Well, Hanbei normally is supposed to be
Not
sneaky. No, he's
You
supposed to be.
little-
Be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
No, I have stuff that adds to it, but you know, I have it in other things right now because I'm always the face of the group somehow.
You guys,
He originally was supposed to be a rogue.
you guys always end up in situations where I have to actually calculate the average. Because you're so all over the place.
No, it's right there. Big 21. Let's go.
Sneaky
Wait,
sneaks.
who am I missing? Wait,
No,
one,
Big
two,
21.
Zuhara.
Zuhara, you have
What I
high
do?
Roll
Stealth
stealth.
roll.
Rolling stealth.
Oh lord, I'm gonna suck.
I just realized I'm like,
No,
wait a
you-
minute, I only
you
have
had good
5
stealth
numbers.
last time.
There's a pretty decent chance you'll do better than Li Qian.
Wait, what? Oh, never mind. I found it. Oh, all right
Yeah.
then.
Bro, what did I tell you? Big
That
21.
that's
that
right.
definitely
Wait,
brings
See, the
up the
orcs are
average.
sneaky as shit in the morning.
Right?
Big 21.
Now that the orcs are out in the sun, all of
You
a
don't even
sudden,
like
My titties is glistening.
they feeling it. Because goddamn, that brought up the average.
My
Carrying the
titties are
group.
glistening. The sun is oil on me. Let's go.
And now you got fresh tattoos on them titties. It's great.
Oh, yeah. Got some teeth on the abdomen area. We're doing great.
Lemon's just in the back going, sorry.
In fact,
Sorry.
now that you're out in
Sorry.
the sun and you guys are walking, even in this stealthy way, what do the markings kind of look like?
So for Hanbei, it looks like it's almost like a fur cloak on his shoulders, but on his chest are what look to be teeth that match up with the scars that are at the top and at the bottom. And as was recently quoted, on his titties are what look to be the eyes on the face of a canine, maybe a wolf.
I knew you shouldn't have eaten that stupid meat.
You know, if you do it, you can get a little bit of power up too.
It is not the meat.
It's not the meat.
It's Estonian dessert powder.
Well, in this
Look at you.
now you can see distinctly, as it almost looks like Hanbei has the signs of the wolf.
Oh, okay.
Are you starting to get what I'm putting down?
Maybe.
Well,
Werewolf fungus.
no. No.
That's what we
it's,
got.
it's more so like we absorb the.
No, you'll see. We'll get there in a moment.
Okay.
Because
I don't know what kind of barbarian he is either. So.
Bing, bing, bing. He's not a barbarian,
Oh.
but
Oh, I'm not.
What?
I'm a fighter.
Oh.
yeah,
He's an orc,
but
though.
maybe it has more to do with orcs.
Yes.
Orc.
But you are 100% correct in the direction. So, you guys managed to stealthily make your way through the riverside and the rest of the town. Well, metropolis, I guess it is. As you're making your way through it, you see, well, Hanbei, I guess, is a bit more apparent to you as you're going now, that there are active robotic guards like the ones, I should say, that you saw with Lime that seem to be enhancing the guard force throughout the town. It almost looks like a new level of rollout. Like, they're displaying it purposefully.
All about some rollout.
Look at the power of the Empire. Look, it's our might.
Fine, I'm just.
But you make your way. No. This. Delete. Boop. Move. To the wonderful apartment / penthouse of Tenny. As you get upstairs, you can see where Tenny already has, like, Persian coffee going, where he apparently has kind of been up all night, just kind of waiting for you guys to get home. And almost like a nervous parent, as soon as you guys kind of quickly roll in the door and that nervous look, he's like, "Oh, where have you been this whole entire time? I have been worried sick. You are all here. I am so happy. Is everyone okay?
No.
What is... Do you need... I have coffee.
Oh,
I
I
need
think
a
we need
bed.
some more than coffee.
We got hit by lightning.
Lightning? Oh, my friend.
Mm.
I have been shocked a few times in my life. That is nothing to just simply
No.
write home about.
No, I exploded.
Oh no, not like aha, blood your fingers, static shock. Like lightning.
Oh, well. I guess you have been fighting very powerful foes in your time.
Yeah.
But, and you see as he kind of looks Hanbei up and down in this moment, at least you seem to be, looking fresh.
Prison tattoo.
Prison tattoo. Ah!
He ain't wrong.
I must say I am more accustomed to them being much smaller. I must say that is
Yeah.
quite impressive for an overnight prison tattoo.
He was
They
very
started-
efficient. They had like
Finger
5 guys
painting.
working on him.
It's just like a
His
They
finger
started minute
paintings.
1.
the second he
Held
rolled
me
in,
down while I
they're
was
just like,
asleep.
all right, let's
It
go.
was bad. They had the stretcher
That ain't a
thing,
needle,
it was
that's a
kinda
jackhammer.
cool. It's so big because at the time he didn't have a needle, so he was using a kitchen knife.
That seems very inefficient, my friend. I am sorry
It
that you
was.
had to go through this sort of thing. But at least you have something very, very memorable and noticeable to be able to show off this experience. People will always know that you have gone through it.
Did people not know where I'm at before this?
That is not quite what I mean, my friend. Sometimes things happen to us. They do not leave a scar. They simply occur, and it is only our memories that remember, that keep these moments alive. But you know how something that very few people can have in that moment. You have something that you can point to that is not pain itself, as a memory that you have survived this moment. This is a gift.
Yeah, whatever. And Kai goes off to bed.
I'm sleepy.
Yes, my friends, I am sorry. You have, gosh, you have been up all night. Please get the rest. Get the rest. We will speak more in the morning.
This was a very long endeavor.
And you can kind
I
of see
remember how
where
to do a long rest.
he has everything kind of prepared for everyone to have gotten home, and has laid out a nice bedding for everybody.
You're so sweet.
Oh.
For those of you that don't know, this is my handy-dandy dream sequence map. If there's one thing that I enjoy in my campaigns, I feel as though most of you know, I use dream sequences.
Hey, yeah. Campaign 4 about to start with like 7 of those.
So I decided, because I was getting to the point of using them all so much, that I would just create a nice generic but dreamy little page here that I could use for both parties to just have something to more obviously denote the mind's eye theater of what we're going through here.
The big heap.
So, to start out in these dreams, something rather peculiar happens. This dream is shared by both Zuhara and Hanbei.
How'd I guess?
But your
We know what we have to
perspectives in the dream are different.
Okay.
For
Wait.
Hanbei's,
We don't lock eyes again.
the dream opens with the familiar, almost tendrilic, pulsing green light that almost seems to be associated with this green dreaming that you all share. And as this trail seems to pull you through it towards a much brighter light, you finally find yourself in front of a fire. A campfire, actually. Deep, dark in the forest, with this roaring campfire around it. Hanbei finds himself in the body of someone dancing around this fire. Zuhara finds yourself in the body of someone sitting on the outskirts of this fire. And what you can see is a spinning circle of orcish dancers, clad in nothing but loincloths, dancing around the fire as a procession of orcish drummers keeps a constant beat to allow them to dance around the fire, yipping and yet howling as they go. And you watch as this dance continues, and you realize as it passes and as you're almost able to look around in your current point of views, that you realize that both of you and all of the people around you in this individual moment are marked. All of the people dancing in the fire seem to have some sort of wolf markings on them.
Oh.
As you see each of them dancing around the fire, you realize that some of them even have furs of wolf pelts. Or a cloak, a cowl made to make them look like a wolf. But in this moment, it strikes you to look down. And in that moment, you look over, Zuhara, and you realize that the people around you are marked differently. You don't see a wolf pelt. Roll me nature.
Hold on, I'm getting there. Woohoo.
You see a powerful golden pelt with a shaggy mane. You see that you sit in a pack of lions. And you realize as you look across this display of orcs that there are banners and displays. You realize that you're not in the middle of one gathering of orcs. This is some sort of purposeful gathering of tribes. But you don't remember anything ever like this. And as you look across, you can see where there's other animals represented in this. And in a sudden moment, the dancers and the drummers stop all at once, and the sound seems to end for a moment before there's a sudden dun-dun in unison as the entire area seems to pulse with the drummers. The dancers part, and suddenly a younger orc is pulled through the gathering. Not chained or roped in any way, but forcefully guided in the middle. And you can see a much larger orc with the same markings as the rest of the dancers helping lead him through. But carrying in his arms a large jug, sloshing. They take the young orc into the middle, and you watch as they present him to the rest of the tribes, and they cut him across the chest with a ritual knife.
Don't do that.
As they begin pouring the contents of the jug onto the young orc. And you watch as he screams in pain, as his eyes become red. But the blood begins forming on him. And you watch as the lines spread. And they form, and they seem to look similar to the ones that are dancing and standing around him. Not the same. You realize in this moment that they come in various sizes, shapes. Some much more obvious, some lesser. Some seem to have a mark that only covers a small portion of their bodies, whereas the largest and most respected seem to have ones that cover most of their body.
Is it like a coming of age ceremony?
Much deeper. It's not just coming of age, because this is not something accepted for all orcs.
It's like a transformation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's looking like, yeah.
Yep.
It's essentially, from what I'm picking up, somebody gets chosen, and as they get chosen, either animal or something gets poured into them, and it reacts to different people in different ways. So depending on the size of the tattoo or how much it covers or whatever, depends on like what their stature is in that selection of choosing or in that like ground of choosing.
Correct.
It's fuck me and Hanbei is too stupid to know.
Yep. I'm trying to think.
Hanbei,
What have I seen that this is similar to? But yes.
Hanbei's nodding, and whenever they cut dude's chest open, he's gonna go, victory, yeah. And whenever they pour the blood onto the cut, he's gonna go, whoa, no, not victory.
And you can
Bad
see,
touch.
though, that as his lines begin forming, his markings aren't that big. It seems to cover most of both of his arms and around his shoulders, but that's it. But he seems exhausted in that moment, and the rest of the dancers just fold around him, embracing him.
Is there anybody that has, so his one around his arms? What is the quote unquote normal for the tattoos? So, like, for example, do any of them have something like maybe on the face and just on the face, or some just on the legs, or some only on the chest? Like, if Hanbei had to look around, and out of 10, how many people had something on like the chest? How many people had something on the arms? So on. So that way he can try
From
to
what
figure
you
out what the
can
fuck is
tell-
the actual norm.
From what you can tell, it has more to do with the percentage of the body that is covered, and less about where.
Okay.
You see people where...
So they could have thin tattoos, but
Yep.
because they have less of the percentage of the body covered, somebody that has the whole fucking like chest looks like he got blackface on the chest. It's congrats, you're fucking king shit.
But, yes, in this moment,
Gotcha.
with above the table, you realize that about 3/4 of Hanbei's body is covered.
I'm sorry, run this by me more. Like Hanbei's body or the person he's in's body?
Hanbei's body.
Oh, so this is gonna be something like he wakes up tomorrow and he's like, look, they tattooed my dick, haha.
I mean, I described to you it covering your
Oh, no.
entire upper body. That is
Guys, look at this.
66%, I believe, of the surface area of the body.
This ain't about to go well. He's about to, guys, look at what I can do.
So, in the end, it is going to be partially on your arms and shoulders to cover 3/4 of your body. You can decide exactly what that is and how that will work. But yeah, welcome to part of the lore of the orcs.
Do Hanbei and Zuhara see each other?
You don't
Or
look
do
like
they see somebody
each
else
other.
when they look over?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't look like yourselves in that moment. So even if you looked over, you wouldn't see Zuhara. But you do, like I said, you see a number of animals represented, essentially, when you look over. You know, you are realizing essentially where you're sitting. But
if the wolves were by the fire, there's a pack of people that were lions. What are the other animals that are represented here?
You can see...
Looking at tattoo bases.
Roll me nature.
Somebody's getting fucked. Oh my god,
that's
one!
Oh my god.
Hanbei wants to know!
You see...
He's beginning to believe.
You see wolf, lion, bear, snake. And you know, I haven't decided on the fifth one, and you're putting me on the spot.
Honey badger.
4.
Honey
Just make it honey badger.
I fucking
It's
vote
just
honey badger.
persistent. The honey
Wait, you
badgers
said-
are
you said
persistent.
Wolf, lion,
Wolf, bear,
snake.
snake, lion.
Wolf, bear, snake, lion. I don't know. Yeah, a boar makes sense.
I mean, honestly, tiger, boar, owl.
You know,
well, you do have. I guess
I
bird.
actually-
You already have a snake.
I mean,
Ooh, a raven.
as long as this was something that yeah, no, because I guess it does, but no, I do like that. I'm gonna say
Or a vulture?
crane.
Oh,
Okay. He's gonna just kind of keep a mental note on who is what where. And kind of remember, like, alright, there's, cranes, lions, you're a wolf now, congrats. And so did every section do a quote-unquote, this is the actual term for it, don't take this as fucking gospel, did each section have a quote-unquote ascendancy, or was it like only one of the clans had an ascendancy?
In this moment, you're only seeing a wolf one, because essentially after this embrace, it's ending.
Okay.
what do I see around me? Because you said I'm
You
sitting with
get rid
other
of
lions.
He was saying you were peering in, so you would have saw the same thing, but you were sitting with the lions, and
Yeah, you
Hanbei was
you
up
were
front
sitting
with the
amongst a
wolves.
group of people that had various lion and lioness pelts, where they have, some people just kind of have that skin, some of that, one person might have the full cowl and everything, is, as I said before, but their tattoos are, you would almost expect at first for it to be a dog versus wolf, but you realize as you're looking around that it has nothing to do with that. You realize looking around at these people that you're sitting around, they seem almost inspiring. They look...
Is that feeling I had before come back now?
Yeah.
Okay.
But only in this moment, interestingly enough, from the body that you're in, I will say that you only feel it towards one, maybe two people.
So,
Because you have a marking in this moment.
all right.
Zuhara does, or the person?
The body that you're in.
Person. Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's the point. The people with the tattoos feel the essential ranking, if you will, but those without tattoos just recognize anybody.
So naturally, the people with tattoos, if you don't have one, you kind of respect and feel like they are
Yep.
above. Meanwhile, the people that don't, or the people that do have tattoos, it's kind of like a back and forth where, if they have more coverage, you'll feel more inspired by them. But
They are
if they don't, it's
naturally
kinda what's up?
chosen in some way by whatever the connection is for the orcs.
Gotcha.
And those people are almost instinctually recognized by the rest of the orc culture.
All right, so we'll see Zuhara whenever she, cuts open a lion and wears it.
Oh, okay.
All right, you got this. You just cut open an infected lion. You wear it like a glove. And then we'll be back here, and I'll be on the outside, and you'll be on the inside doing the dancing. In the Uptown Funk. We're gonna do this. Nah, everybody. You know what? We're getting the others. Everybody's gonna be an orc now. All right. We're gonna spread it. It's gonna be an infection. Everybody can be an orc. They can even use orc terms. We can do this.
I'll tell you
Let's
what.
take it back.
In this moment, Zuhara, I'm trying to decide what I want you to roll.
Okay.
Gosh. Just give me. You don't have anything great for this, so I am just gonna say to give me a wisdom, just a straight wisdom check.
Nope.
Oh. I was rooting for you, Zuhara.
You don't know what it is. You don't know how exactly it works. But you've always known that you orcs were all fundamentally connected on some level. And that is what enables you all to potentially share in the green dreaming. And you've realized, as you've kind of seen some of these things, that it's almost like a reawakening of ancient parts of your race. And for this brief moment, you're just like, what the fuck has Hanbei stumbled upon?
Well, I remember when you told us when we first got those, the I don't know. Sorry, I'm tired. The
Primal orc?
raised bits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a global pulse
Mm-hmm.
out like every other orc on whatever this ball of rock is.
Yep. Guess the same thing might have just happened. So as that dream ends, we pivot. As Darius's dreaming form awakens to the sound of running water. You wake up in Tenny's apartment. But you can hear almost this quiet trickle of water. Roll me perception.
Oh. Honor.
You're peeing yourself. Oh no.
I was just wondering the same thing. Am I
You-
gonna wake up in a puddle?
As you open your eyes, you see this archway that in Tenny's apartment, it just kind of leads into storage and everything. But in this case, it's almost awash in this blue light that is wavering in that way that that light reflected off of water does.
Mm-hmm.
But the light itself almost seems to be this soft aqua blue. But through it, you hear the giggle of your daughter.
Can't be right. She should be back home.
And then you hear the voice of your wife call at you. Darius? Darius, can you bring me the supplies?
You try and call back, just like, sure thing, honey. Yep, not a problem.
You call out, and as you do, you realize, oh fuck, and you look around, everybody around you, but nobody seems to stir at any of this going on.
Oh. Yeah, this is all totally normal.
It's totally normal. It's fine. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm just figuring, like, Darius is probably still half asleep himself in the middle of the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. What kind of spice you need, Selene? Got... Oh, hell, I don't even know what the hell Tanny's got around here.
You can almost feel the light calling to you in this peacefulness, like the warm embrace of home.
Home is nice.
You hear the giggle of your daughter again, as it almost sounds like she runs just out of sight and goes, "Hurry up, Dad! God!" and then runs off again.
I'm assuming, like, I didn't see her. It was all
No.
just the voice.
Yeah. It sounded like I said, like she ran just out of sight of what you could see. And then you hear the voice, and then you hear the sound of her running away.
I'm getting serious Conjuring vibes.
She about to climb up the TV.
Television? Darius just kind of like starts trying to look for... Oh, where the hell would he have the spices? Would the spices be back in the storage?
He does have,
I
like, it's a pretty open area, and you've seen him, like, kind of create food and drinks in an area of the room, so you figure that that general area would have spices. So you're able to grab anything that you kind of see, but it is an array, as you would imagine Tenny would have of spices.
I figured if he finds like a spice cabinet or something like that, Darius would probably grab like 2 or 3 small containers of probably the most recognizable spices that he would be used to with his wife's cooking.
Recognizable. Okay.
Yeah.
Over here, it's a little different, actually. You end up grabbing turmeric. As well as...
Yeah, that looks familiar.
A little bit of curry seasoning and some cumin.
Takes the lid off of one of them, gives it a little whiff. Ooh. Yep, that's potent. Wait, can I even smell it?
Oh, yeah. Everything
What?
is full sensory for what you're doing in the apartment and whatnot.
Oh. Yeah. Gotcha. Well, I guess I could just take these over there and see if this is what she needed, but I could always ask when I get there. And just kind of calls back out. Selena, I'm coming. I got some spices for you. You didn't really say much of what you wanted, but I'm just kind of bringing what I could find as he's meandering towards that rippling water, which I'm assuming is where the voice was coming from,
Yes.
if I'm remembering correctly.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's this archway. As you walk through the archway, you're teleported immediately to what appears to be your home. You see your wife standing over a cooking pot, seeming to be making some kind of stew for you. You see your daughter running by, playing with some simple toy, running around the table as she goes, and then looking at you wide-eyed before she drops it and runs over to give you a hug. It's so good to see you home.
Starting to register?
Register what?
Really? Is this starting to, like, is there any of this that is starting to register as, like, wait, how did I get here mentality? Or is it all just too enthralling, would you say?
Roll me a wisdom save.
Okay.
It's amazing that you're here. In the moment, you almost don't want to question it.
Yeah. I'm just happy to see both of you here.
Roll me perception, though.
Yay, low numbers.
As you look at her and she's stirring the stew, with the sloshing noise with the stir in the pot, just for a moment you almost hear that same water noise.
Oh.
Now please, come on over. Give me what you got. I'll put it in here.
I'm not really sure exactly which ones you needed, but I kind of figure any spice is good spice, right?
Oh, look at that, love. You've got exactly what we needed. Wonderful. You just sit down, and I'll get you all set up here. And she kind of takes everything, gives you a quick kiss on the forehead, and then goes to measuring things in, and you can see where she's pouring it into a separate, almost flat iron that seems to be warming to heat the spices before she's adding it into the rest of the stew that seems to be going. That's why they call them dirt spice.
That smells heavenly.
And everything just, the aroma smells exactly like one of her stews. And it just feels like home. Do you sit down?
I have no reason not to.
You sit down at the kitchen table, and as you do, you see where a bowl and a plate setting has already been set out for you, almost waiting for you. And after you sit down, you see where your daughter runs in and pours you a quick bit of water, and it's like, "Oh, you must be thirsty, Dad." Pours it through and then runs off again. After a moment, your wife brings over
What's your
the
mask, girl?
stew and begins ladling some into the bowl in front of you. And you can see the large chunks of mushrooms that she likes to make for you that have been soaking in the broth and absorbing it all. And it's really a hearty meal that she's kind of prepared. And then she just goes, "Oh, you got to give me a moment. I've got bread burning in the oven here." And she runs over and he opens up an oven and begins pulling out these fresh loaves for you to have with your stew. And then after a moment, both her and your daughter are grabbing bowls and sitting down at the table with you.
It's really nice to have a meal with all of us together.
It's so
Truly
good
a
of you to
blessing.
be here, love.
No place I'd rather be.
So how was your adventure?
Oh, it really was something.
Did you?
Part of me is wondering, Darius would be very hesitant to actually disclose full details, just as something regarding if something's coming up with this.
And you can see where your daughter is just
No.
eating the stew, just
Slow down, honey. Food ain't going anywhere.
Oh yeah. Sorry, Dad. Slows down, wipes her face, starts eating it with the spoon more slowly. Well, that's great. Did you find anything strong and mighty on your path so far?
Well, honestly, I think probably the strongest thing I've seen has been the friends I've been traveling with.
Well, isn't that wonderful? But what about you, love? Don't you wish for power?
I mean, as long as I have the power to protect the two of you, that's all I need.
Oh, I always knew that'd be your answer, love. So what would you do? What would you do if you did?
I'll be honest, I don't rightfully know. Having too much is literally too much.
Roll me a perception check with advantage.
Okay.
Wonderful. You would have had it pretty good there either way. Love it.
I feel like I'm just pulling out Samwise Gamgee here.
Your wife has mostly been kind of just demure since she sat down at the table. And has just been asking you these questions really, really nicely. And mostly just kind of holding her hands and looking down. But as she asks you this last part, she looks at you. and her eyes, instead of looking the color that they normally do, have the same rippling blue water.
Hmm.
But what would you do? I mean, if you had all that power, if you had to protect your family, what would you do?
Well, I think if I had tons of power, I'd probably figure out some way to cure everything that ails everybody. That'd be a great power. Fix everybody. No one ever gets hurt again.
And that's why I love you. And she just smiles at you with this large mouth of pointed teeth.
Now that's a new one. Darius takes a second to just look down at the bowl of stew. Is it still a bowl of stew?
Still a bowl of stew.
I think I've had my fill of dinner for the night.
She sighs. Your wife stands up, and as she does, her form seems to elongate. Your daughter seems to stop eating in place and just looks up straight forward. As your wife's form begins to ripple as the liquid before changing into a curvy, blue-skinned individual in a golden tunic. With this long sea blue-green hair just filled with curls, wavy, flowing behind her ears and head. Somehow I knew that that wouldn't trick you for too long. But I am so curious about your answer.
Which one?
What you would do with all that power. I used to have a sword. Many years ago. Longer than you can possibly imagine. But I gave it to a man. He spoke pretty words and seemed to believe that he could help right the wrongs of the world. So I gave him a sword. Change the world he did. But I don't believe it was for the right. Roll me history.
All right. Skill I'm good at. Well, shit.
At first, you are like, what in the bloody hell is this creature talking about? Like, even in your encyclopedic knowledge of history, you were like, I have no idea. And then you realize it's not history. She's talking about the stories that are told in religion. The ones that on this side of the world you don't even really believe in anymore much. The same religion that those people in the town that you guys walked by were talking about. In that religion, one of the things that the gods were said to have done to help bind the evil god Malakek was Bodshi got his magic sword of light.
Oh.
But that couldn't be right. This person looks, I mean, you assume powerful, but you don't assume this is a god. Or something that would give something to a god. Why the fuck would it be talking to you in that case? And even then, something about this seems almost elemental in nature. Just doesn't quite add up.
Very odd. But you know, I don't know how all this is happening, and I don't know. I'm assuming that this is probably not something that we can really sit here forever about, but if you want to talk, and he just kind of grabs the bowl of stew and just kind of like hands it towards them. Like, my wife really does make some really good cooking. I think you'd like to try some.
She
if you want to chat
sighs
more.
for a moment and waves her hand. And as she does, everything around you dissolves into water.
The stew!
All of it just melts into water, and its form then begins to coalesce to form this endless world of water that you find yourself now standing in. I've been here a long time, so you might believe that I've seen a few people.
Oh, I'd imagine.
But you know, every single person, when they get power, they want to do something with it. They're corruptible. You want to heal the world. So I think I just might help you. But I'm not quite convinced.
Oh?
I'll tell you what. And she snaps her fingers, and you can see where the side of you seems to almost glow for a moment before the blue image before materialization of the bottle and root appear floating above her hand. And as she does, you can see where individual motes of blue light begin coalescing themselves into the jar. And as they do, you can see where they're filling the interior with some sort of luminescent water.
Best be careful with that one.
And as she finishes filling the container, she then gestures it back out towards you, holding it floating above her hand, as you can see the liquid sloshing around the root inside. You can see where the root itself seems to have almost been revitalized, but it's still dormant.
Huh.
It's a gift. Give this to one of your friends. You might not be one that wants to do much with power. But like you said, you've got powerful friends. So if you take this, give it to one of them there greeny ones. And it'll help them be able to tap into that deep down anger in them.
Oh, you're talking my orc friends.
That be the ones. Just tell them to hold on to it. Don't need to drink it. Don't need to do nothing to it. Just keep it by our side. It's the exposure, you know.
Oh, yeah. Repeat dosing.
Roll me Arcana. Do you
All my
take
best skills in this dream.
Do you take the vial that she's offering to you in this moment?
I mean, when, some really weird, powerful entity offers you a special gift, I mean, it might not make me sultan or king or whatever, but hard to turn down a gift.
You realize that just in that moment when you had extracted that tiny mote of pure elemental chaos from Lemon's blood, that what has been filled within this jar is the pure element of water.
Oh, that makes no sense whatsoever. Then again, none of this really makes sense until you figure it out.
You can call me Ashera.
Ashera?
Ashera. Ashera? I'm not entirely sure. It actually does translate as she who walks in the sea.
Oh.
Here, I will put Where did I put your guys's? Where did I put the?
the group RP world info.
There it is. NPC notes east. That's the spelling. Ashera.
Ashera.
I'm gonna say Ashera. You can call
Well,
me
for the moment, my
Ashera.
ears are a little clogged. Well, it is a pleasure to meet you and make your acquaintance. He just kind of extends his hand up.
We'll save that for later, Boyle. We take handshakes very serious in these parts. Like I said.
Is a bow more appropriate?
Well, sure. Sometimes when you be talking to a lady, it be important.
He kind of stammers for a second. Yeah, you are right. Where are my manners? And just kind of gives a gentle bow.
If you truly be needing me, call my name over water, and I should be able to come to you. But do not take this lightly. Like I said, I haven't decided yet.
Oh, man, definitely.
But I believe, just like you said, that you want to heal the world. And if that's true, then I just might help you.
I would be most grateful for that.
Grateful. That's what he said too. So grateful for a bloody sword.
Oh.
Shouldn't hang out in lakes anymore.
Yeah. Swords are only really good for hurting a lot of the time, though, right?
That seems to be the problem. But it was a really strong sword. He made a good enough argument, so I let it go. But here we are, all this time later. That bloody sword's made more trouble than you can possibly imagine.
So it's still out there, huh?
I want to scour it away. I want to return it to the water. And remove all the taint that sword has made. So if you truly are going to heal the world, you'll eventually have to realize just how damaged it truly is. And I do wonder, will you have the strength of heart then, Boyle? Will your heart hold true?
I can only hope that it does.
We'll see. I tell you what. Slowly, I'll make sure you see the truth. You'll learn exactly what they did. I'll see if your dreams really help. We'll see if learning the truth of how deep the scar truly goes helps you still want to heal the victim. Because if you do boil, then the power of the waters will be at your command. Think on it.
Oh.
And as she does, she snaps her fingers again, and it seems as though the world around you coalesces into a whirlpool that swallows you up, pulling you down. Roll me an athletics check.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so much for things you were good at.
Yeah.
The current pulls you down and pulls you under. As it's sucking you along, you find yourself completely unable to breathe. Your lungs slowly beginning to panic as you find yourself wanting to gasp for air. And as it sucks you down, the light completely seems to disappear. And then you're gasping for air in bed again. And your hand smells of curry.
Well, that sure was interesting. Why'd my voice change there for a second?
I've been waiting. When I figured out how to introduce that character to you, I've been waiting for this moment for a minute. Gleefully.
Ooh.
And you didn't figure out what she is yet.
All
So,
in due time.
you all wake up in late afternoon. You went to bed in morning, so you're sleeping like third shifters. But everything else seems to pass peacefully.
Can I go back to sleep?
Snooze.
Well, you think that for a moment, and then you realize it's the day.
Yeah.
It's fireworks day.
Oh, that's not until nighttime, though.
Well, yeah, but you've got to set up and make sure that everything is aligned perfectly for your display, and make sure that the maximum amount of people that can see it without risking the nearby buildings. I mean, there's a lot to consider with a display of this magnitude. And you're really looking to bring true inspiration to these people. I mean, you saw the people down there at the festival, all of their wondering eyes running around, those kids. God, you've got to make sure that this is perfect. You can sleep in a little bit, but man, the excitement's going to start to build.
Oh, man.
Just for fun, non-anxiety, everybody roll me a con save. Just to see who wakes up in what order.
A biggie.
A con save or just a roll?
Con save. That's why I'm telling you what it's for. So I'm telling you this is a non-anxiety saving throw. It's just to determine. What's hilarious about this is that like a bunch of people with decently high rolls rolled like shit. which is funny.
A biggie.
Actually, this is hilarious because everybody that had a dream rolled low.
Oh.
So I was gonna hate Hanbei about the end of this fucking campaign. I'm telling you.
So yeah, the three of you wake up earlier than the rest, decently earlier by those rolls. So you wake up to Tenny still kind of like preparing the breakfast spread for everyone.
The low rolls wake up first, or the high rolls wake up first?
The low rolls wake up first.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was saying all of the people that had the dreams rolled terribly. And the people that didn't have dreams rolled high. So that worked out beautifully for this. Because the people that got the dreams woke up like, man, I gotta... Yeah, I'm up.
I'm just gonna look at Zuhara and go, you dream you was dancing by a fire too? Yeah, me too.
Are you there, Zuhara?
We saw this. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tired. I'm here. Yeah. You saw that too?
Yeah, I locked eyes with somebody. I thought they knew me. Yeah, his chest cut open though. It was so cool.
It was pretty amazing.
Do you think, and Hanbei is gonna like run his hand across like his chest and be like, do you think like we could, and then we would go back?
We could what and then go back?
Like, and he's gonna draw a line across his chest with his finger. And then like,
Oh,
"Ah."
no.
And
I
do
don't
like
think
a
that's
play
going to
dead.
transport us there.
Okay, so we gotta go harder, and then he's gonna kind of like do a line
No.
across his neck,
No.
and then he's gonna lock eyes with Hari and then go, "Were you the one that locked eyes with me in my sleep? We need to stop meeting like this."
I don't know. It's a little fuzzy.
Hanbei is then going to suddenly remember that everybody had tattoos, but they were in different areas.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna open his pants and look.
It seems
I
to
have teeth.
at least be extending down onto your lower, like, legs at this point. Because, like I said, 3/4 of you is covered at this point.
He's just gonna nod and he's gonna go, I have teeth. Wanna see? It's pretty cool.
Huh?
Zuhara's gonna be like, no, that's okay.
Wait,
No,
where,
it's like
where
at
are the
the bottom,
teeth?
like it's coming up. It's like on my meat leg parts. He's gonna slap the inside of his thighs. And he's gonna look over at Darius. Just look up and go, Darius, you wanna see?
I just
See
had.
what?
You wanna see the teeth on my my meat legs?
Meat legs.
It's really cool.
I
I didn't have these before.
oh,
So
He didn't
Hara
have
looked
them
at me
before he
during
went
the
to sleep?
dream. And now I have meat leg teeth.
He got more marks in his sleep.
Correct. It seems to have finished spreading in his sleep to have now covered 3/4, well, assuming from what you can see, of his body.
Well, no, I got the 3/4. Yeah.
You sure you don't want to know? It's really cool.
When you get some shorter shorts, then you can show.
What are shorts?
they're like
you know those.
pants,
You know the
but
legs of your pants.
short?
Rip them off.
No.
Hanbei,
You
I'm
trying to
looking
get
at strength
Hanbei
check.
just in Daisy Dukes out here? Is the-
Hanbei is attempting to rip his pants off like he was
I
just
knew that's what
informed.
was gonna happen.
you
I'm,
don't.
I'm talking like split pants.
Oh
like,
yeah. No, I
Yeah.
figured. You don't
Yep.
manage to get them off with a 10, but you definitely rip a chunk out of like the thigh where you're grabbing it. You're just like,
I was
Sheesh.
imagine.
So you have a little window now.
yeah.
Got it.
And then he's gonna kind of like Will Smith point to his leg and go, meat leg, teeth.
And you can kind of see through this tear on his leg where there's the mark has now extended down onto it.
He's going to look at Darius, and for a short moment, the stupid fun facade is gone, and he goes, I think I found family. And he's going to smile. And then without saying anything else, he's just going to tap Zuhara on the shoulder and walk away, thighs showing out in the fucking sun.
Does Zuhara have anything on her or no?
No. Not
No.
yet. No. Potential
I
unlocked.
like how he said not yet.
I was What? You know those pants where they have zippers on the legs, so you can unzip them and turn them into shorts?
Yes.
I was
I
imagining.
have some.
I was about to say, I think I had some in like 2002.
I also had some.
I mean, they're in my closet right now.
Oh, wow. So after about an hour, the other people would slowly start to wake up. As you do, Tenny kind of finishes a spread of eggs, various hot cakes. He kind of does a bit of a brunch spread for people. So you've got some sweets, some fruits, some sweet breads, some savories, a bit of a combination of things and various options for people. He's like, well, it's a little bit later in the day, so I was not exactly sure what you would want, but I hope that this meets your palate.
And as we sit at the table, Hanbei is going to sit next to Zuhara. I'd like to roll a perception check to see if Zuhara has any markings on her.
Okay.
I know she has more clothes, but Hanbei's just going to start looking. While she's eating, just like look at her hand.
Okay. Roll it. Nothing.
He's going to lean over. Hey. You got any teeth in your meat legs?
No.
So it's not an eye contact thing. Got it. He's gonna look at her again and go, we need to make he matched eyes with us. We need to match eyes more often in combat when you're getting stabbed.
I
That's
don't
how we
think
get you one of these.
that's how it worked for you.
That's what happened with him. Like we saw him, and then guess what? Boom. And now I've got him too. It's because of eye contact. It's the only thing that makes sense. We got powered up whenever we had eye contact. He got powered up when we had eye contact. I power people up.
Now, Hanbei had some of these marks before he went to sleep, right? And they finished through sleep, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
As he finished
Hanbei.
healing.
Do you remember anything that happened to you in that cell?
I'm gonna do this.
Boom.
Now we're starting to remember. A weird demeanor shift, and Hanbei's going to go a little quiet and start kind of poking at the plate.
I'm sorry. I don't mean it like that. It's just that these markings, you had some once we got back here. Once we woke, you had more. So, I don't think it was just the dreams that gave these to you, but it was a process started through this trial you went through.
Who all is around us at the moment?
At this point, now that dinner's finished, everybody is woken up.
Okay. Better question: who's all paying attention?
That's a
Everybody kind of,
question
like, eating their
for
own
everyone
food and-
else.
No, Kai's got something on her mind. She's not paying attention. Maybe passively, but not actively.
Wait, I forgot. Completely
Darius is focused
clueless.
on a couple other things.
Bro is just completely clueless, just munching away. Oh god, did I not? I don't
What
know.
about Letian and Lemon?
What did I do? I don't know. What about Letian and Lemon?
Huh?
There you go. That's your answer.
Cool. Got it.
That's
Lemon? I'm just trying to gauge them. I don't think they're there, so that's fine. Hanbei's gonna look to Hara, dead in her face, and the happy dumb idiot's going to drop for a moment, and with about as plain as can be, I killed Corporal Daggs, I killed Private Torgal, I killed Captain Titus, I killed Lieutenant Percival, and I killed Lieutenant Nokami. That's what happened in that cell.
Are any of these names I would know that have connections to my family? Because
Nope.
if so, that would probably set me out of my stupor, because that's what I'm thinking about.
They're just
To be honest,
military
the only
names,
name you
dude.
know. The only
Okay.
name you would know is probably the last one, and that's just because Hanbei's last name is Nokami.
I
Yeah.
doubt I know that information.
Yeah, no, probably in the moment with
Or
being
cared enough
focused
to
that,
remember it.
yeah, it probably didn't register for you, but yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing like an
Nope,
important
there would
name that I
not be
should
any
know.
connection that you would know in that moment. They would only register as military, and that's where you guys were in different branches.
Okay.
He is going to put down the silverware and kind of get up and bow and just. I haven't done more besides kill people. That's all I did in the cell. And he will walk away from breakfast.
I don't really know how like Zohara would react because obviously there was none of them in that cell. She doesn't really know what he's talking about, but
But you saw that wolf.
yeah,
You saw it
she
stink.
feels like whatever he had to do, it was justified. He's never acted like he's never acted like that without warrant, you know, like without reason. I don't mean reason as in logic though. Provocation?
I think that's a good word for it, yeah.
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 I think I pick up what you're putting down.
No,
But
no, yeah.
that makes sense.
I
Yeah,
would
she
agree
would
with the
basically
assessment.
say something like that to him. It's like whatever you did, You did because you had to. I would think that's sort of a thing, an orc thing. I don't know.
I mean, that's kind of a soldier thing. So yeah, in that degree,
Yeah.
it would be understood.
He will smile and attempt to go wash his clean hands.
Hmm.
With a loud belch, the other orc at the end of the table finishes some of their food and slams it down. This is better than I've had in a long time. So, what are you guys doing for the day?
You know what? Fuck it. Hanbei is gonna stare him in his eyes and go, "Were you in my sleep last night? Did we make eye contact?
Are we all right now?
Did you give me the teeth in my meat area?
No, we haven't talked about that.
Do you have teeth in your meat area?
Well, not right now, but I do like it.
Hanbei will nod. I'm just gonna go back to figuring out how he's supposed to stare at people to give them powers. He's gonna stare really, really hard at Kai and see if she starts to get tattoos. It's gonna be like a state of he's focused.
Kai will then
Neck
the eye intense on her.
No, after a
And-
moment,
vein.
yeah, it's just one of those moments where you're just like enjoying yourself, sitting in thought, and then you get that feeling like somebody's looking at you, and you
Yeah.
turn around and there's Hanbei washing his hands, just full on stare, intense stare.
He's got neck vein
and-
popping out the neck. He's just
Kai is gonna give him like a confused and annoyed and like almost like not rolling her eyes, but like ugh, the fuck sort of look, and get up and walk out without saying anything.
any tattoos?
No, none that you can see.
He's gonna sigh in disappointment. He feels as though he has failed his mission.
And that is where we'll end the session.